Find the number of protons, electrons, and neutrons. So before we start, it is important to take some notes about some basic concepts related with this kind of exercise. Most times you're going to see a problem that will look like this, and they're probably going to ask you to find or determine the number of protons, electrons, and neutrons. And what you need to know is that in this particular format, the number on top is called the mass number. And the number on the bottom, the atomic number. What else you need to know? You need to know that the number of protons is equal to the atomic number. The number of neutrons, I'm sorry for my handwriting, is equal to the difference between the mass number and the atomic number. And the number of electrons is equal to the difference between the atomic number and the charge of the species. In this case, it's 0 because it's a neutral atom. I'm going to give you examples with ions to illustrate this better. But for now, let's concentrate on the neutral atom. In this case, it's oxygen. So what you need to do is this. The number on top is the mass number. The number on the bottom is the atomic number. And you need to know that the number of protons is equal to the atomic number. The number of neutrons is equal to the difference between the mass number and the atomic number, mass number minus atomic number, and the number of electrons is equal to the difference between the atomic number and the charge of the species, the atomic number minus the charge of the species. Okay, with that said, if we consider the number on the bottom equals the atomic number, and that we said that the atomic number is equal to the number of protons, we can say that the number of protons for this particular case is 8. All right. And the number of neutrons, we said before that the number of neutrons is equal to the difference of the mass number. In this case, the mass number is 16 and the atomic number. So 16 minus 8, the number on top minus the number in the bottom. And that equals 8. So the number of neutrons is 8. And the number of electrons we say that the number of electrons is equal to the atomic number, which is 8, minus the charge of the species. For neutral species, for neutral atoms, the number of the charge is always 0. So for this case, oxygen is 0. It would have been different if it was an ion, for instance. Let's just say an ion such as potassium. We have a charge here. An ion such as chloride. We have a charge here. And an ion such as aluminum. Okay, these are called ions, cations, and anions. They're different from neutral atoms. So the number of charge for each one of these species is different from this oxygen. And for this case, the number of the charge is 0. So 8 minus 0 is equal to 8. So our final answer is the number of protons is 8, the number of neutrons is 8, the number of electrons is 8.